college can be insane. What's going on, guys? It's Trey, aka the Coming Advisor, and today we're talking about college. So I have a lot of subscribers that watch me that are between the age of 18 and 24. So that's a good range for people that's either going to college. A lot of people graduate from high school around about 17, 18, I think that's right. Yeah. And right, like at 24, 25, you're getting ready to graduate university, right? So I want to talk about what you should do after high school, whether you should go to a community college, where you should go to a university, kind of what to expect, and try to how to spend the least amount of money possible. All right, so the number one thing you want to do if you're just getting out of high school, and I want to talk to people that's already in college in a minute, but for the people that's just getting out of high school, one of the things that you want to do is to score as high as you can on a standardized test, whether it be the SAT, the ACT, whatever you're taking to get into college, that admissions test, score as high as you can. The reason you want to do this is because of scholarships. A lot of schools and a lot of community colleges especially give you scholarships based on a certain score. And these scores are not hard to obtain. If you just study a little bit, I can say study for, honestly, if you really did okay in high school, let's say if you was a C student. If you were a C student, low B student, and then you study for like a week, using one of those standardized test books, it'll just refresh your memory. So when you take that standardized test, you will have a better chance at scoring higher than a person that's just going in and winging it, trying to put 4 years of knowledge on that one test and they haven't looked at what they learned back when they were a freshman in high school. So score as high as you can on a standardized test. Another thing that it would do for you is it would alleviate you taking these unnecessary courses. Now, my people that's in college, y'all know about these courses, the courses I'm about to talk about. But these are prep courses, right? So if you score low on a standardized test, admission test to get into college, right? They'll let you in, but they'll tell you have to take this prep course to get you up to par to where your people are that's in your graduating class. So for me, I wasn't that good at math. I did pretty well on my ACT. That's what we take in Mississippi. I think they still take it now. It's been a while since I graduated high school, but I took the ACT. I did well on it, but in my math area, I was a little low for the school that I wanted to get into. So what they made me do is take a prep class instead. Now, me, I didn't know any better. No one told me, so I'm telling you what I would tell you to do if that's the case. If you did not score well on a certain area, do not go to a university and take a prep course. Don't go to a university and take a prep course. This is the reason why. It's going to be a waste of your time. It's going to be a waste of money, and it's going to be a waste of effort. That class doesn't really prep you for the class that you're really supposed to take. It's pretty much the same thing. They pretty much do the same thing that you're going to do. It's just a money maker for that university, and it doesn't even count towards your college degree. It's just a class that you take. It's just a class that you take, and in the class you're gonna be like, man, I already know this stuff. Or, you know, when you finally graduate, or not graduate, when you complete that course and you go, let's say they have a prep for algebra. So that's what I did. I think it was a prep for algebra, and then I had to take actual algebra 1. In the algebra 1, we essentially started from the basics of algebra and worked our way up. It was a lot more. It's fast paced compared to high school. You know, high school, they kind of hold your hand and take it little by little. It was a lot of fast paced, but they actually started from the step 1 and worked their way up. And I feel like I could have just took that class from the get-go and it actually counted towards me. But that was on me for not scoring as high as I should have on that portion of the test. Now, like I said, if you go into a university and you see that you have to take a prep course, a lot of them, even if it's just one, I advise you to go to a community college first. Honestly, I would tell anybody, and I'm going to tell my children, go to a community college first. Number one, it's cheaper. It's a lot cheaper. A lot of people go to community college because they have a cap. Most community colleges have a cap on how much they can charge you. I know at East Mississippi, the one that I went to, because I went to university first, I didn't kind of fit in and well. I wasn't doing so well, so I withdrew and I went to a community college. Best decision of my life. You go in there and you'll get a cap. They'll give a cap. So I think it was like $900. So I took as many classes as I wanted to, and for $900 I could just do whatever. You're not going to get that same privilege at a university. So one, it's cheaper. Then the classes are smaller. You get to interact with the teacher knows you. If you need a little more help, you need a bump in a point, or you're not doing so well in the class, you want to get some one-on-one, that teacher's going to be able to help you in community college, especially if you know you're not a book person. If you know you're not that well in books, don't go and hop into a university. It's going to be so many distractions there. The class is going to be totally different from high school. Nobody's going to hold your hand. You got to be responsible. It's just going to be a lot. Whereas in community college, you can build a foundation. You can learn your study habits. You'll get a foundation. And once you're done with that community college degree, you will have something to work. You'll be like, I worked so hard over these 2 years. I'm not going to go to the university and just wild out and let this go to waste. It's not going to happen. You're going to build that mental fortitude around your education. Whereas if you go straight to a university, man, like the first week, it's parties out the tail, man. It's parties here, parties there. People trying to get you to join their organization here. People trying to get you to join this club here. And these people already been in college. They're just trying to get some new recruits, and you will get lost in the temptation. It's going to be so much where you'll be tired. You're going to be able to go to class. You'll want to sit in your dorm all day, eat chips, watch the game, watch Love and Hip Hop, whatever you want to do, be on YouTube, watching me. You know what I'm saying? You'll just get distracted, and you won't even know what you're there for. So that's why I tell people, go to community college first. It's cheaper, it's better. You can get a lot of those courses that it costs a lot of money. You can get a lot of those courses out of the way before you get to the university, and you don't have to pay a grip for them. Another good thing about community colleges is that they have trades. You can take classes of trades. Now, let's say you get to college and you don't like it, right? And you be like, college is not for me. Well, at a university, more than likely, if college is not for you, they're going to be just like, okay, well, we'll see you later. Whereas with a community college, you say, I just don't like college. College is not for me. I'm not good at this book thing, just trying to get a degree and all that. They'll advise you to like, well, do you want to do a trade? So if you do a trade is pretty much a skill. So whether that be nursing, whether that be welding, whether that be truck driving, it's a skill that you can always use. And more than likely, those are places where you can get that trade. And recruits come to schools, come to community college, and they recruit people and be like, hey, you want to come work with us? And they give you benefit packages. It gives you a greater chance of getting a job as soon as you get that trade versus with a 4-year degree. And I know a lot of my people, if you come into below, when you graduate, it's kind of hard to get a job in your field when you first graduate. It just don't happen like that unless you did some work studies with a company or apprenticeship or internship. But if you just going off the fly, you just graduate expecting just to hand them over a piece of paper with your degree on and expect for a job, not going to happen. More than likely, it's not going to happen. So, like I said, community colleges has a lot of pros. Some good stuff for university, but community colleges have a lot of pros. So if you're graduating or if you're trying to decide whether you should go to a university or community college, first go to community colleges so you can get that foundation. You can just figure out what you want to do first and spend the least amount of money as possible. All right, so let's switch over sides. Let's talk about university life. Now, I went to Mississippi State University, great school, go Bulldogs. But I can say I wish I would have knew a lot of more stuff when before I went. What they don't tell you in high school is it's the temptations. That's what really gets a lot of people. The temptations of school. You're out of your parents' house for the first time. You get to pretty much do what you want to do, what you're able to do at the age that you are. I know the smoking thing is like 21 now, so you can't go smoke legally anymore. But you're around your friends. You might have a car now. You don't have somebody that's checking up on you, making sure you in the house at a certain time because you have a dorm. You can just pop in that thing whenever you want to and leave whenever you want to. You can hang out as long as you want to, do whatever you want to, and that hurts a lot of freshmen and a lot of sophomores in in universities. And there's not many things out there to help you with that other than joining these clubs and organizations that kind of keep you busy, but then you lose track of school, what you're there for. You're at a university to get an education. You're not there to party. You're not there to drink. You're not there to hang out and do this and make friends and all that. You're there to network and to graduate. That's the only reason you're there at that university. Of course, there's going to be other things there, but that's the reason you need to be there. But there's so many temptations that you don't even know until you get into that university life. and that hurts a lot of people in the long run. Another thing about university is it's so expensive. Going to university is super expensive. It costs thousands of dollars a semester just to take, sometimes just to take 12 credit hours, which is 4 classes. So, you know, you could have went to a community college and spent a couple $100 for as many classes you want to that you could hold on your load. I wouldn't suggest taking those 16 hours if you just started. 16 hours is kind of pushing it for me too. But I mean, if you just start, I wouldn't suggest taking over 16 hours. But if you go to a university and you're trying to take 16 hours and you got all this stuff going on, you're going to struggle. It's going to be hard unless you're a pretty, like, a book person. Like, you're a bookie, you might be okay. But for the average person that's just going out, it's going to be a struggle. I mean, if you don't believe me, ask somebody that went to university. Just ask them. They'll tell you. They'll tell you the truth. They'll be like, oh, yeah, he was telling the truth about that. The thing about university, I don't want to say it's all bad, but once you get into a groove of school, first, number one, get into a groove of school. Get your grades right. Make sure your grades are good. Then once your grades are good, then you want to get into like social clubs. You might want to join a fraternity. You might want to join a sorority. You know, that comes with a whole different set of, you know, things that you have to do. We're not going to talk about that. But it's, you know, if you want to get into clubs or whatever you want to do, you know, get involved so you start getting to like-minded people that do things like you. You know, talk to people around, see what organizations they're in, see what kind of clubs they're in, what they do, are they with student government, you know, stuff like that. You want to get involved so you won't just be a shell, a turtle in the shell. But like I said, always remember your education first. Education is going to be the first thing that's going to help you, because universities don't care. When your grades drop, they get you out of there. You ain't coming to class, fam. It's over with. It's over with. Like, they don't want to hear nothing about, you know, I'm so sorry, you know, I just said it. But nah, they don't want to hear that. You can do an appeal and all that, you know, but you're going to get to do that so many times. Once they got your money, they got it. And then you got to pay back the loan. It's just so much. Stay focused, all right? Stay focused. The last thing I want to say about my people that's in the university or in college, once you graduate university, don't be discouraged if you don't find a job off the bat. It happens all the time. You're not the only one. Just stick with it. Stay consistent. Try to see if you can get into an internship program or something like that. Look online and try to figure out, you know, a way to get into your field, and just be patient. Don't let anybody just be all up in your tail and be like, oh, you graduated, you working? Yeah, where you work at? You know, or sometimes late bloomers, if you haven't graduated, you know, people are you still in school, or what you in school? You know, they always give you that. Just be consistent. Stay focused and stick with it, because, you know, just because somebody else finished in 4 years perfect, you know, you might take 6 years, you might take 8 years. I mean, it takes sometimes it takes people a long time to graduate. It's okay. It's okay. Just do your thing. You know, stay consistent, be patient. Your time will come, okay? All right, so that's pretty much it for this video. It's so much, I mean, so much I can go on and on about. You know, I can get a whole video on just college and community college, a whole video on just university, again, specific. But I just want to hit some of the high points. If you like this video, please like it, subscribe, comment below. Let me know if you have any questions about future videos that you want to see me talk about. I do lifestyle videos, business videos, all that kind of stuff like that to help you make your day a little bit easier. So to all my subscribers and my fans, thank you so much for coming by. And as always, you are royalty.